Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Lady in Black here on the Speed Demon Racing Network. My name is Ryan Wayne, and I will be your commentator here for 2 races tonight on the docket. We're going to start out with the trucks at Darlington for a 40-lap feature race, and then we're going to move into race number 2, which will be the COT, Legacy COT cars at the EchoPark Speedway. First truck you see on track here on your screen, this is the number 88 of Caleb Smith, as we are right into qualifying here. It's a 5-minute qualifying session for these drivers here in Rebel Valley Sim Club. You look here at the number 88 of Caleb Smith. We're going to move over now to the other Smith in this field. That is Gavin Smith, driving the number 13 Go Bowling Chevrolet. Guys are trying to warm up their tires here on this first lap of qualifying. Fastest truck in the practice session earlier was the number 09 of Elliot Kandra. See him right there in the Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet. Actually got a race win on the last stream, which was with the 87s at Charlotte. See if he can get a win here, as he's currently at a 29.98. So I'll put him at the fastest so far here in qualifying. Jeremy Bolt has worked his way into second. Caleb Smith in third. Now we got Kyle Crane to the top of the charts in that Red Horse Racing throwback. Nice throwback here to a throwback type of racetrack. And Kyle Crane to the top, 29.85. And now Austin Mitchell to the top of the charts. The number 07 Simon Diecast Chevrolet has worked his way to the top at a 29.651. We got any other cars or trucks on the racetrack? This is Chase Carl, the number 88. E3. That last time by for the driver of the number 88. Austin Mitchell with the 29.651 still at the top of the charts. Gavin Smith has worked his way up to 6th. Right there, the number 13. We also have Jack Leslie on the track, finally loading in. This is the HendrickCars.com Chevrolet. I believe that is the base paint scheme for Raja Caruth last year, so he's going to smack it right at that inside wall. 0 fast repairs for these drivers tonight. So you got to be very careful here in this race. It's tricky. 1 mile egg-shaped track. There's Alex Forgay Barube. I want to make sure I'm saying this right. At number 19, Toyota. Currently P9 right now on the speed charts. Kendorian Davis has now worked his way up to 2nd place. What a lap there for the number 00. Kendorian Davis up to 2nd. We head back here to the number 19 truck. 29.82, so he picks it up to the outside of row number 3 here. We are past halfway through this qualifying session. 12 drivers have posted a time here so far. There's Marty Schmela, one of our admins tonight, along with Austin Mitchell, the number 07. In a recent number switch. Used to run the 88 for a long time here in this Rebel Valley Sim Club community. Now he's switched over to 8. P12 right now. As you see, Tyler Miskey has worked his way up into P8. Track position is going to be at a premium here tonight, here at Darlington. And Schmela goes to a 29.89. So only 2 drivers have posted a time in that 29.6 range. Elliot Kandra at 29.7. Everyone else at around 29.8, 29.9. Got 1 minute remaining here in this qualifying session. See if we've got any other drivers on the racetrack before we move on. This is Chase Ingram, the number 01 McDonald Chevrolet. I swear, every time I switch over to Chase Ingram, he has some wild flip either in practice or qualifying. And just like you saw right there, that was impressive. We also have Luigi Diaz-Gonzalez in number 44. The Chase Bank / Steel Series Chevrolet. And he's going to be 15th. We also have Brian Post in the number 64. Chile's Ride the Dente Chevrolet. He's not going to have enough time for lap number 2, and he'll start back in the 17th position. All right, that's going to be the end of qualifying here, as this field is going to get gridded up here for this 40-lap feature race here at Darlington. Lights are going to go on, and we're going to have some fun tonight here for race number 1. It's been quite some time since the series has run at Darlington. Go here to the Lady in Black, or also the track known as Too Tough to Tame here for these drivers. We have a good turnout here for race number 1 tonight. We have, I believe, see if I can get a count here. Looks like we got 21 cars here. They're going to be loaded into this session. We should have a good one on tap tonight. On pole is Austin Mitchell, one of our admins tonight, in that number 07 Simon Diecast Chevrolet. Alongside him is going to be Kendorian Davis on the outside of row number 1. Elliot Kandra will be in row number 2. On his outside, we've got Nolan Crane. Chase Crawl is going to be in P5 with Alex Forgay Berube in P6. Marty Schmela is 7th, and then Mason Silva qualifies in 8th in that number 77 Spectrum Chevrolet. Tyler Miskey is going to be 9th, and rounding out our top 10, it'll be Gavin Smith. Starting 11th, we have Derek Sklodell in the number 51 JBL Chevrolet. Alongside him is Jeremy Bolt. Row 7, Chase Ingram, the number 01 McDonald Chevrolet, and Caleb Smith, the number 88. Luigi Diaz-Gonzalez will be P15 with Jack Leslie 16th. Brian Post 17th, Daniel Mosteller 18th. I'm currently scored 19th, but I will not be racing, so that'll be now Davis Carroll, Jose Sanchez, Chris Webster, and Jackson Cottingham round out our field here for race number 1 here at Darlington. Let's take a look at the weather here forecasted for tonight's race. 64 degrees, clear conditions out there, high humidity. This car is going to be slipping and sliding around here at this Darlington Raceway. Drivers are sitting idle right now by the start-finish line and getting ready to go green. Austin Mitchell's a driver that's been known for his super speedway racing prowess, but tonight he's going to try to get a win here on this 1-mile egg-shaped track and see if he can do it in convincing fashion today. But Kendorian Davis, a driver we have not seen in quite some time, he has improved drastically since his first entry here into Rebel Valley. He's on the outside of row number 1, trying to make some hay here tonight in that number 00 Haas Automation Ford. See Austin Mitchell right there, our pole sitter in the number 07. One name I noticed starting at the back, Daniel Mosteller, number 87. He is currently 2nd on the all-time win list here in Rebel Valley. Trying to get a little bit of a challenge here tonight, as he's all the way back in the 19th position. We'll look to see what he can do all the way back toward the tail end of this field, as we have 20 trucks here on the racetrack, all trying to vie for a win here at the Lady in Black. Behind that driver box, and we're going to get ready to go green here very shortly. The scenic views around the Darlington Raceway as the pace car makes the hard left turn on the pit road. Austin Mitchell and Kendorian Davis will lead them down to the green flag. And we are green here at Darlington. Already around. Oh, we've got multiple trucks sliding around. That's Kandra, that's Crane, Gavin Smith, This is a big pileup here on the backstretch. No caution as of yet. And there it is. Caution number 1. That right there was the definition of Calamity Corner. It all started with a 24 of Davis Carroll in turn number 1. We saw him nose it into the fence, and all of a sudden it was just monsooned on from there with Elliott Kandra was the first truck that we saw sideways, along with the number 11 of Nolan Crane. Or Kyle Crane, excuse me. A huge shakeup now in the running order after what just happened. We're going to have to take a look and see what just transpired there for our first caution of the day. All right, we're going to start with the number 24 of Davis Carroll. He was the first truck that went around. The tail end of the back. He just lost it. You see everybody just spinning around here. Let's go back just a little bit again. Watch the number 11. Yeah, you see, they're all just sideways. Everybody just out of control. See Jeremy Bold in the fence, the 48. Gavin Smith comes down into Marty Schwela. Oh, wow. Heavy hit right there for Schmela into the back of the number 11. There's Derek Slidell in the 51. Luigi Diaz-Gonzalez in the 44. Chase Ingram in the 01 also collected. Well, amazing job right there. I think that was the 37 of Jack Leslie that just barely squeaked past the number 13 of Gavin Smith. That transpired very fast here for our first caution of the day. We're pacing around now under caution after two separate incidents that happened right on cold tires, and got a couple trucks coming on to pit road here. Keep in mind there is one set of tires in the pits for these drivers. This is Alex Fergay Barube, the number 19, who's going to pit from the 4th position. You also have Chase Krall coming down pit road as well in the number 88. Like Nolan Crane, Elliott Kandra. Thank you, Michael Good, for saying it's Kandra. I've heard it pronounced Kandra or Kandra, but we'll go with Kandra. And there's the 19 on pit road, along with the 88 of Chase Krall. Guys are trying to get back onto the racetrack here. Okay, Dorian Davis also on pit road in the number 00. So we're going to go 1 to green this time off. Got a couple new players here at the front of the field after that huge shakeup on lap number 1. We've got Mason Silva, who's now up to 2nd. Caleb Smith is up to 3rd. Jose Sanchez, who was one of the last cars to grid in this race, he's now up to 4th. And Daniel Mosteller will round out our top 5. And it's Jeremy Gold, Tyler Miskey, Derek Slidell, Brian Post, and looks like it's going to be the number 01 of Chase Ingram. It's going to round out our top 10. Well, we'll see if these guys can get a hang of it now. After that quick caution, it's going to be Austin Mitchell leading us back down to the green flag, and at number 07. And we are back on the way. A little bit better start here. It's going to be Mitchell holding on to the race lead. On the 21, it's up round and into the side. Another crash. That's Jeremy Bolt, the 48. Single car spin. We're keeping this green, but it's going to be Austin Mitchell pacing this field around the outside as he's established about a half-second lead over the number 77 of Mason Silva. Talked about Daniel Mosteller at the top of the broadcast. He's worked his way up to 3rd as he's behind that number 77. Sanchez in 4th after that slide. Got Scudell in 5th. There's Ingram up to 6th. They're going to go around the number 88 of Caleb Smith. More trouble back there. That's Jack Leslie in the 37. Marty Schmela as well, the number 8, as he's going to slide in front of the number 88 of Caleb Smith. We'll see which drivers, if this race stays green, which drivers are going to conserve their tires the best. And Austin Mitchell right now just trying to give himself an advantage. 29.73, fastest car on the racetrack is, oh my, there goes the number 77 of Mason Silva. Weaving that truck back and forth. He's going to hang on to that fourth spot just for now, but he's under fire now from the number 51 of Derek Slodell. Also Chase Ingram in the 01. Chase Ingram in that number 01 McDonald Chevrolet. These guys are really struggling right now in turn number 2. Tire management, patience, minimize mistakes. Those are the 3 keys here at Darlington. We've seen a lot of mistakes here early on, especially on lap 1. We'll see if this all gets funneled out here as we are now on lap number 9 here in this race. Spadell to the inside of Ingram. See Luigi Diaz-Gonzalez in the 44 just waiting in the wings back there. 8 spots here from the start of this race. Head back here to Austin Mitchell with a 1.2 second gap over Daniel Mosteller. Mosteller was a 1/10 of a second faster that last time by. So take a look at the timing and scoring. Yeah, 2/10 that time from the 87. Starting to reel in that gap just a little bit. And also the number 21 of Jose Sanchez with a 29.721. Pretty some nice lap times as well in that Ford F-150. Top 5 are singled out. There's Slodell in 6th. Here's a battle for 7th place between Luigi Diaz-Gonzalez, that's Marty Schmela, and Tyler Miskey. 7, 8, 9 here on the racetrack, all the way back to Brian Post, who is a good distance away here. Take a look at the gap on the screen with 30 laps to go. Elliot Condra in 11th. Caleb Smith 12th, Gavin Smith 13th, Jack Leslie 14th. You got Alex Berube in 15th. Kyle Crane is just had a moment right there. He's going to drop back to 17th. You got Chase Crawl, Kendorian Davis. 19 trucks still on the racetrack, but that gap is slowly dwindling down here for Austin Mitchell because that 87 Daniel Mosteller is running down. Passing down here, Ingram has worked his way up to 4th. And now Mason Silva under attack again. This is from Derek Slodell, the 51. Yeah, I think this 77 has lost the handle on that truck. Really struggling right now. Starting the outside of the front row on the restart. He's brought back to the 6th spot. And he's in the wall again. Austin Mitchell continues to lead. You got Jose Sanchez in 3rd. Chase Ingram back in 4th. Top 9 trucks have single filed out. Gavin Smith has worked his way up into the top 10. As you see, he's under attack now from Elliot Condra, number 09. And yeah, Daniel Mosteller, like Michael Good said, Daniel Mosteller is right on the doorstep, trying to peek his way to the inside. You're Austin Mitchell. You just got to play the best defense you can right here. If these two have just distanced the 3rd place Jose Sanchez, they're now out to a 4-second lead as Mosteller put it in the fence. A little bit of that Darlington stripe that is so well known here around this NASCAR industry. Now he's fallen back to about 0.3 of a second behind the number 07. Saw Jose Sanchez earlier. Now he's under attack from Chase Ingram in the number 01. This is a battle for 3rd place. Brian Post in the number 64 has crashed. Single car, so they're staying green. These 5 are still, these 3 still trying to battle this out. Now here comes Squadell to the inside of Ingram. We'll see if he can get a 2-for-1 right here. Oh, it might be 3 wide here. might not be able to turn away because you see Mosteller is down to less than 1/10 of a second. 3 wide going into turn 1. This is Ingram, Spladell, and Sanchez. I don't know if this is going to work. And contact with Ingram and Spladell. Ingram is going to slide, and around he goes. Single car, no caution yet as we're going to head back up front. These battles are just way too good with Mosteller and Mitchell. Incredible racing here so far at Darlington as they're going to work their way around. A hairy moment right there, though, around the number 48 of Jeremy Bolt, as now Mosteller to the outside. Side by side as they go to turn number 4. It looks like Mosteller's going to have the advantage. We have a new leader, Daniel Mosteller out front. And now the caution's out on the racetrack. Luigi Diaz-Gonzalez has crashed. He was running in the 4th position, and we're under caution here for the 2nd time tonight. All right, let's take a look at what happened to the number 44. All right, this was a very fierce battle right here. Jose Sanchez doing a nice job holding on to that 3rd spot. Let's take a look what happened to 44. Wow, that was interesting. I don't know if the 44 just misjudged the corner. Over aggressive entry regardless, and that's going to end Luigi's day. All right, so we're now under caution here. It's pretty much a good point here. We'll see which drivers come onto pit road. Keep in mind, we do have 1 set of tires laying around in the pits for these drivers. See who comes down and takes advantage of it. It looks like just about everybody coming onto pit road now. I don't see any drivers staying out on the racetrack. They all want those fresh tires now. Good point in the race, too. It's the only set of tires these drivers will have in the race. They're going to put it to use. Daniel Mosteller in that number 87 is going to lead the field onto pit road. Everybody else on the lead lap is going to follow suit. We're going to push the chopper cam. Unfortunately, I don't see a pit cam here for iRacing at Darlington, but it's going to be Mosteller leading the race off pit road. Then you've got Schmela, you've got Spladell, you have Silva, Ingram, Leslie, and Condra. You look at the rest of the field here on pit road, all repairing some sort of damage that they had earlier from earlier incidents. Smith. So, Jeremy Bolt is currently the race leader. Now, he was the truck we saw go a lap down when Mosteller and Mitchell were fighting for the race lead. He has not come down pit road here for his pit stop, so we'll see how this all plays out. He's going to drop the back, or is... Yeah, it looks like he's going to drop the rear of the field. We'll let the admin sort this out. Looks like Bolt is just going to go to the rear of the field. As of right now, through timing and scoring, he's the only driver that has not made a pit stop. So I think he's trying to play the long game here, get a green flag run, trying to have the freshest tires of the bunch. So we're going to go ahead and re-rack this. So it's going to be Mosteller, Mitchell, Schmela, Spladell, and Leslie. Right now, your top 5. You've got Chase Ingram currently in 6th. With 7th place being Mason Silva. Jeremy Bolt is 8th. You get Chase Crawl, and then Gabe Arube currently running in 10th. Kendorian Davis flat down for the tail end of this field. So we've had a great battle here so far, and we'll see if this continues on. We're going to go back green here on lap number 23. It's going to be Daniel Mosteller leading us back down to the green, along with Austin Mitchell. And we're back underway here at Darlington. You saw the 37 go around. That was Jack Wesley. Elliott Condra was also collected, but we're staying green here with 18 to go. Mitchell trying to run that Larson line. Trying to gain advantage here to get around this 87. Daniel Mosteller trying to retain the point. Eric Slidell running in third. Battle for fourth right behind. This is Mason Silva and Marty Schmela. Now here comes a crossover here for the number 8 of Marty Schmela. Schmela's going to retain fourth. Got Silva there in fifth. Alex Vergaberube sixth. Ingram seventh. And got Gavin Smith in eighth. Daniel Mosteller set the fastest lap in the race at a 29.45. This is right there on the timing and scoring on the left-hand side of your screen. Trying to inch away here from this 07 of Austin Mitchell. These two have been the two best trucks all day long, and we'll see if it'll be a battle between those two on the closing laps. We have 15 to go. Eric Slidell has distanced himself away from the rest of this pack. You've got Schmela, Silva, Ingram. Right there, Silva's in the fence again. And now a darting move here from the number 01 of Chase Ingram. We'll see if he can get around the number 77 Mason Silva. But Chase Ingram now up to 5th place as Silva's struggling a little bit here on this run. Here comes Vergaberube in the number 19. Guys are fighting hard here for every position. That's what you love to see here at Darlington. 77 put it in the fence again as he's going to make slight contact now with the 13 of Gavin Smith. Back up front here, we've got lap traffic. That is the number 28 of Tyler Miskey. He is the last truck on the lead lap. And here comes Austin Mitchell. Yeah, Mosteller may have made a mistake right there as he's now side by side with the 07. Austin Mitchell to the point. And Tyler Miskey right now fighting for his life in that number 28 machine. He is the 13th and final truck on the lead lap, and he's giving these leaders some fits. Now the 28's going to go to the wall. More contact with, and we got a great battle for the lead. Look at Mosteller trying to pull a Chris Buescher from 2024, and he's going to go to lead off the apron. As the two lead lap trucks finally navigate around the number 28 of Tyler Miskey, Daniel Mosteller retakes the lead. Now Austin Mitchell put it in the fence here as we're closing in on 10 laps to go. And Austin Mitchell reeled back in this number 87 of Daniel Mosteller. We also saw, looks like Chase Ingram has worked his way around Derek Slidell, so worked his way up to third. Nine laps to go here for the drive to number 87. Now here's Schmela to the inside of Derek Slidell. so tight going into turns 1 and 2. Slidell's going to hold on to 4th. Also now up to a half-second lead, about to be 6 car lengths over this number 07 of Austin Mitchell. Chase Ingram has solidified himself in 3rd. We're going to stay back on this battle for 4th. We've got 3 trucks all in a cluster here going into turn number 1 with Slidell, Schmela, and the 19 for David Rubek. And the gearbox, the number 51 of Derek Slidell. And you can tell this 51 is getting pretty tight right now in the corner. Really had to lift off the throttle. Trying to hold on as best as he can in front of this number 8. The 48, one of the drivers, the only driver currently on track that has not made a pit stop. So he's struggling with those old tires. He's going to get out of the way here. Continue to look back through the field. Here's a battle for 8th place. This is Elliot Condra. I'm sure it's say that name right. Elliot Condra and Gavin Smith. It's a 7th, 8th, and 9th with Mason Silva in the 77. Gap for the lead now at about 1.3 seconds as here comes Condra to the outside. Well, we got a car stopped on the inside of the racetrack. That's Kyle Crane, the 11. He has had a rough outing in that Red Horse Racing throwback, and we're still under green for now with 5 to go. Contact there. That's the number 19 for Gabriel Rubin, along with Derek Slidell in the 51. These guys are fighting for the last spot here in the top 5. We talked about Slidell was really struggling with that number 51 truck and now under siege here from the number 19. Well, that 19 is... Wow, these guys... Oh, what a hook by the 51 into the 19! Alex Forgay Barube has also crashed. No caution as of yet. Another truck going around. That's the 77 of Mason Silva. Admins are keeping this green for now. The 77 coming back onto the racetrack. But they're going to let this play out for now with 3 to go. We'll have to go back and take a look at a replay after what just happened there. Schmela in 4th. That puts Gavin Smith now up to 5th with Condra in 6th. Chase Crawls now 7th. Slidell still rolling around with that damage in 8th. Caleb Smith is also on pit road in the number 88. With 2 laps to go, it's Daniel Mosteller out front. We have seen heavyweight bouts here between these drivers as Daniel Mosteller is about to take the white flag. It'll be 1 lap to go for the driver number 87. As he's going to work his way around the number 11 of Kyle Crane. Mosteller out to a almost 4-second lead over Austin Mitchell. By far the fastest truck on a long green flag run. He started at the back, wanted to challenge himself. He's getting ready to approach turn number 4 this time by. The man that is number 2 on the all-times win list is going to continue to expand his total. It's going to be Daniel Mosteller with the win here at Darlington. Austin Mitchell's going to come across 2nd. Chase Ingram is going to get 3rd. Marty Schmela comes in 4th. And we're going to wait here for 5th place between Gavin Smith and Elliot Condra. It looks like it's going to go to Gavin Smith with 5th, Condra 6th. Those will be the 6 trucks that will finish on the lead lap here at Darlington. But congratulations to Daniel Mosteller as he gets another win here in Rebel Valley. So a lot went down right there for those last couple laps. Let's go back and take a look at the contact with the number 40, with the number 19 and the number 51. They're already crashing here at this last timestamp. Let's take a look here. I'm going to put this in slow motion. Yeah, the 51 just comes down the track and hooks the number 19. And heavy outside wall contact there for Gabe Arube. To apologize for that, but that's what caused that incident right there at the end. And Daniel Mosteller is going to come away with another win here in Rebel Valley. See if we can get him in on the interview channel here real quick. And get his thoughts on this race. Take a look at the race results here on the left-hand side of your screen. Daniel Mosteller comes away with the win. Austin Mitchell second. Chase Ingram third. Marty Schmele fourth. Gavin Smith will round out our top five. So we'll wait here for just a few more seconds. Congratulations to Daniel Mosteller on yet another win here in Rebel Valley. We don't see him in here for an interview, and there he is right there. Daniel Mosteller, this is Ryan Wayne in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I do.
All right, Demo, started toward the back of the pack. You were able to work your way up to the front very easily after just unhinged chaos on lap number 1. Talk to us about your race and how you were able to pull away from Austin Mitchell there on that last green flag run.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be a challenge starting in the back. That's why I did it. I wanted to challenge myself. Not because the drivers in here are bad, but you know, it's just a challenge. It's fun to pass cars. Darlington's a track that I don't feel like I'm good at, and yeah, I just avoided all the chaos. And I mean, after the first wreck, I was P5 after starting like 20th, and I mean, from there it was kind of just past the guys that I knew I could pass pretty easily. And I battled with somebody, and Austin kind of got away. But I was able to kind of quickly reel him in, and I felt like I was keeping my tires on it. Because obviously with the one tire set, you can only pit once, and I wanted to make sure that the tires would last long enough so that if we got like a yellow with like 10 to go, I'd be able to take it. Because if we got like a yellow immediately, I would not have come in probably. So I was trying to keep the tires on me, and then I ran Austin down, and it was tough to pass, and I got lucky with a lapper on that first run, and I got by him, and then we got a yellow, and then we took our tires, and then there was another lapper that was in the way. He did nothing wrong though, and I lost the lead momentarily, but got it back, and I felt overall I felt like I was faster and I was better with the tire saving, but passing was definitely a challenge. I don't know how it was throughout the field towards the mid-pack area, but I had a lot of fun.
I'm glad to hear that. We definitely saw a lot of chaos here in this race. A lot of drivers manhandling those trucks. Were you planning to run for our second race here at COT at Atlanta? Or EchoPark Speedway, for that matter?
I do plan on doing it, yes.
All right. Well, Daniel Mosteller, congratulations on another win here in Rebel Valley. You continue to expand on that win total, and we'll see if you can sweep the night here for race number 2.
Thank you, man. All
right, that is Daniel Mosteller, our race winner here tonight at number 87 after starting at the back of the field. Like he said, he wanted a challenge. New passing was going to be difficult tonight. He was able to work his way up toward the front of the field and get the race win away from Austin Mitchell. So now we're going to go ahead and move over to our second race. It's going to be COT at EchoPark Speedway. This is the Legacy COT cars. So we'll go ahead and give you about 5 to 10 minutes to get that session set up. We'll be right back very shortly. right, welcome back here as the session is now live. We are here with EchoPark, the new Atlanta Speedway, with the COTs. A drastically different experience what you're going to see tonight for our final race here on the Speed Demon Racing Network. Give these guys a chance to practice around the racetrack here. As currently the fastest man in town so far is the number 82 Mateo Mitchell. I feel like I've seen this scheme before, like on a video game, maybe like NASCAR Inside Line. But either way, right now he is the fastest man in town at 28.38. Got a couple more drivers into the session. We'll welcome you all for racing here for our final race of the night for Rebel Valley Sim Club. We'll go ahead and do some promotion here for the upcoming race on Thursday with Robbie Carr. The Shop Angry Duck Sim Series is going to run its final race on campaign March 26th at the Michigan International Speedway with the Next Gen cars. That race will be live at 8 p.m. Eastern on the Robbie Carr 6 Twitch channel. And this is Next Gen cars as well. Followed by that, it'll be the Linear Simstock Championships. It'll be 2 races on Thursday, March 26th. That'll be open to anyone that wants to join. I think it is password protected. We'll have to double check to make sure on that, but sure tune in on March 26th for additional racing later on this week. Race number 1 had a pretty solid turnout for the most part. We'll see what happens here with race number 2. On your screen now, that's the number 31 of Gage Quick. He was one of the I talked to him before the start of the race. Was really excited to run the COT at Atlanta. See what he can do in that number 31. We got Mateo Mitchell currently leading this thing, still in practice. Also, driver did not run in the first race, but is here. We've got Dylan Dryland, the number 83, General Motors Chevrolet. He's a guy that we typically see show up on these restrictor plates. Experienced racing with him in the past. Right now, P7 on the speed charts. He's going to park it here on the backstretch. Kyle Crane. Here's Daniel Mosto, the number 87, our winner from the last race at Darlington. Is that a Family Guy paint scheme that I'm seeing on that number 87? Yes, it is. With Brian Griffin on the hood of that number 87 machine. Take a look at the times here so far in this practice session. Let's ride on board here with the fastest man so far. I'm gonna tell you, kind of ruined the shot there. He's just plows it right into the wall right at the start-finish line. 28.361 so far for driver number 82. Eric Squadell, the Jimmy Johnson number 48 machine. Here's Michael Good. That's actually an interesting fact, Michael Good. I didn't even know that they were manufactured by McLaren. That's pretty cool. More you know is that NBC slogan, and that's definitely something I did not know, so I do appreciate that fun fact. Aaron May said, what's up, Ryan? Hope you're having a great night. I'm doing pretty solid here so far. Had a pretty solid race number 1, not gonna lie. A little bit more chaotic than I anticipated, but it was still a really good race. Got 15 drivers have posted a time here so far. Take a look through this field. Here's a cool paint scheme. I believe that's AJ Allmendinger's scheme from 2011, I want to say. He drove for Petty at the time. That is Gavin Smith we're talking about there, the number 16. There's Maureen Hoffman. Jeremy Bold has worked his way up to 6th. And this is a 15-minute practice session, so we'll have about 5 more minutes remaining here before we hop into qualifying. A bit of 48 on 48 contact right there as more demolition ensues right behind. Luigi Diaz-Gonzalez in the number 24. That was Brian Post in the 64, I believe, who just made contact with. We've got about 26 drivers here this session. Now, here's one guy you might have to keep your eye on here. Doesn't run Rebel Valley a whole lot, in fact, very sparingly, but Aaron Raymond in that number 6 M&M's Toyota. He's in this field. He's definitely a guy you might want to keep your eye on here tonight in that M&M's Toyota. Currently P8 right now. Now he's going to work his way up to P3. Mitchell, Mosteller, Raymond, Condra, and Luigi Diaz-Gonzalez are currently your top 5. As soon as I say that, Dylan Dreiling has worked his way up to 4th. That'll put Condra back to 5th. Close in here on the final part of practice. We've got about 3 minutes remaining here in this practice session. Here, the number 18. This is Stefan Sterling Gierke. Make sure I'm pronouncing that right. Got Josh Kenyon here, the number 27. The Paul Menard throwback scheme. He's just going to plow right into the side of number 01 of Chase Ingram. Near the entrance of pit road. Well, excuse me, the light to the entrance of pit road. There's Nolan Webb, the number 25. Also got Austin Mitchell in that number 19. Elliott Sadler, Air Force Ford. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but that is the car that took that massive lick at Pocono back in 2010. Pretty much lost media. ESPN only got a glimpse of it after Kurt Busch crashed. See if number 19 can fly high and into victory lane, try to get redemption after race number 1 in Darlington, where he came home P2, starting on the pole. "90 seconds remain here in this practice session. These guys are continuing to post laps on the track. Elliot Condra's posted the most laps here with 15 here in this practice session. Now, typically we do 10-minute practices here at Rebel Valley, but just to get these guys accustomed to this racetrack, I want to do 15 since it's a combo that's not been running quite some time. Get these guys acclimated to the racing surface and kind of what to expect to ensure we have a really good finale race. You say that might be a little bit of a commentator's curse? Hopefully we don't see that in the race, though. Great turnout here for our final race of the night. It looks like I'm seeing about 30 cars in this session. Great turnout here for our final race. Darlington was a little chaotic. I'm not going to lie. It was a little chaotic. But we did have some really fun moments here on the racetrack with just some intense battling and side-by-side action. Really hope that continues on here for this race with the COT at New Atlanta. Practice should be finishing up right now. Get your last spins in, and there we go. We're going to move straight into qualifying. This is only going to be a 5-minute qualifying session. We'll hop straight into the race. First car that you see on your screen, this is Kyle Crane, number 16. He is right there in the number 16 machine. Out on the racetrack, we also have Gavin Smith in the number 16. Brian Post in the 64. Michael Good in the 22. Gage Quick. And a Ryan Newman throwback scheme back to when he ran the Haas Automation car. Stuart Haas Racing. You've got Kenyon, you've got Mateo Mitchell, Chase Ingram as well in the 01. See which driver puts down the fastest time. Take a look at Elliot Condra, the number 09, top 5 on the speed charts in that first practice session. See what he can do here on his lap. Kyle Crane puts a 28.758. Condra goes to a 20... Actually, hold on a second. Waiting for timing and scoring. Looks like this is his first lap now, but Dylan Dreiling to the top, 28.243 with the driver number 83. Good. Schmela, Pravat, Raymond currently your top 5. Now Kenyon works his way up to 4th. Love the sound of those engines just screaming down the backstretch. Kind of the horsepower you kind of miss here in current day NASCAR, but boot point aside, Mateo Mitchell now to the top of the charts. Trying to repeat what he did in practice earlier, 28.242, just barely ahead of the number 83 of Dylan Dreiling. As he's going to park and arrest here, we'll see if we've got any other drivers. We've got Wyatt Miller. Currently P12 right now, and that number 8. Now back to P13 as more drivers are on track. We had Devin Wolfert posted time. Gavin Smith. Jordan Jung in the number 2 is now up into the top 10. 21 drivers have posted a time here in this race. See if we've got any other more on track. Now Wyatt Youngblood has worked his way up into the top 10. Another Ryan Newman scheme. I think that's a throwback to his 2007 scheme, I want to say. His 2008 scheme looked a little bit different, but this is Ryan Newman's 2007 All-Tel scheme. This is definitely not going to be it on lap number 2. 28.62 for the driver number 12. Now here's Bradley Schmela in the number 4. This is the father of Marty Schmela. Apparently runs in here in Rebel Valley. We'll see a father-son duo here in the series. Bradley Schmela right now currently P19. His son right now P6. See what Bradley can do in that number 4 car. He's going to stay in 20th. Luigi Diaz-Gonzalez sitting idle on pit road. The only other car I see right now on... Let's see, we got Cooper Murray as well, the number 35. He goes to 19th, 28.76. That's going to be it for him. Now, this is somebody I would not expect to see a throwback to. This is Chase Modzalewski driving a throwback to Brian Keselowski, number 92 Discount Tire Dodge. Win this session extremely late. We're going to have time for one lap. We'll see what he can do. He goes to 16th. 28.71. Jeremy Bolt also got a time at the last second. He goes up to 8th place at a 28.49. Great lap there for the other driver for MC Motorsports, the number 48. And that's going to be it for qualifying. It's going to be Mateo Mitchell and Dylan Dreiling that'll lead us down here to the green flag for our 30-lap finale feature here tonight. Look at the overhead view around this EchoPark Speedway. Let's take a look at our weather forecast here for today's race. 68 degrees, clear skies, 54% humidity, wind blowing 13 miles an hour to the northeast direction, and should play a factor here today with all of these cars on track. Look at our race analysis here. Avoid the fuel window and the tire sets. I do apologize, though. That'll be updated next time. But one tire set here for these drivers, only 30 laps. Our admins tonight are Wyatt Blair, Austin Mitchell, and Marty Schmela. They'll be in control of the buttons tonight to make sure everything runs as smooth as possible here for this race. Field grid's up. Let's take a look at our starting grid. We've got Mateo Mitchell and Dylan Dreiling that are going to be on the front row here, with Daniel Mosteller, Michael Good rounding out row number 2. Condra, Marty Schmela, Josh Kenyon, Jeremy Bolt, Michael Pravat, and Aaron Raymond round out our top 10. As you take a look at the rest of the lineup here on the left-hand side of your screen, Chase Ingram said, Ryan, how many blowovers do you think we will see this race? I'm expecting probably 1 or 2. Well, let's go with 2. I think we're going to have 2 blowovers tonight. If we have 2 blowovers, great. We might have more. I really never know what to expect, but if I want my honest opinion, I'd say 2 blowovers tonight here at EchoPark, here with these COT cars. Wait for these drivers to grid in here. Looks like we have 30 that have gridded on pit road. Approximately 30 that have gridded on pit road. Take a look at Mateo Mitchell, who's going to lead this field to the green. Look at these. Look at him already warming his tires, just making sure he's got a good start. Guys already dropping to the rear of the field, like Bradley Schmela, the number 4. Field works their way by here in turns number 3 and 4. I'll tell you what, high speeds, high action, and we're going to have a fantastic race here to recap the night. COT at New Atlanta. A lot of cars on track, a lot of horsepower. Let's see who will prevail. Mateo Mitchell and Dylan Dreiling will lead us down to the green flag. Carter has the green flag in hand. And we are green here in Atlanta. Got a crash in the back of the pack. That's Chase Ingram in the number 01. Oh, that's Darlington into the number 83. Oh, that's a huge collision. There's Darlington involved. Brian Post, that's the 28 of Wyatt Blair as well. No caution as of yet. We're staying green. And another crash. That's Kyle Crane in the number 11. Or the 16. And we got Wyatt Miller as well, the number 8. Jeremy Bolt, the 48. Yeah, we got to throw a caution for that, guys. This is a big one. Let me go ahead and throw the yellow. Well, they're still wrecking here on the backstretch. Wyatt Miller goes airborne. Yeah, this is crazy. Back and make sure our everything, our ducks in a row, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and throw the caution for that. There's just way too many cars on track with damage, and there's Gage Quick in the 31. All right, let's go back and take a look what happened. All right, there's so much that happened. Let's start with Kyle Crane, the number 16. Full on kamikaze right there in the number 48, Jeremy Bolt. Collects Chase Modzalewski. There's Wyatt Miller. And Gavin Smith gets collected there. They're still piling in right here. There's Bolt. Wyatt Blair, Post, Nolan Webb. Saw that they. Let's go back one more time. Let's look at the number 8 of Wyatt Miller. 14. There's Gage Quick. He got absolutely sent by the number 16 of Kyle Crane. And Jeremy Bolt just slams right into Kyle Crane as well. Just so much chaos, and we had to throw the yellow for that. There were just so many cars with damage. That'll be our first caution of the day. We're under caution here on lap number 4. Mateo Mitchell is our race leader, and that's a lot of cars that are going to be out of this race now. With all that damage. It's going to be Mateo Mitchell out front. We got Mosteller currently 2nd. Josh Kenyon 3rd. White Youngblood is now 4th. And then looks like Marty Schmela is going to be 5th. Take a look just from our early wrecks. I mean, it's Liddell. We've got Diaz Gonzalez. Chase Modzalewski's rolling off pit road. You see the right front completely flared out on that number 92 machine. Nolan Webb is at the back of the pack. Riley Schmela is crab walking in turn number 1. Most of this field already out of the race here. Warn these guys about 0 fast repairs, and it's the price you're going to pay. Field pace around here. We're going to go back green on lap number 6. Look at all the cars currently on pit road on the left-hand side of your screen. I think we've cut the field almost. I mean, almost half the field just got cut out there in those first 4 laps. All right, so it's going to be Mateo Mitchell and Daniel Mosteller leading us down here to the green flag. Pace car is on pit road, and it's going to be Mitchell and Mosteller with the start of the green flag in hand. And we are back underway here in Atlanta. Good jump by Mateo Mitchell, the number 82. Here comes Mosteller on the 87 with a peek to the inside. Canyon right there lurking in the 27. They're going to be side by side coming to this tri-oval. It's still going to be Daniel Mosteller is actually going to lead that lap in the 87. He'll roars our way through the backstretch. Now here comes a crossover from Mateo Mitchell. And Mateo Mitchell's going to retake the race lead after a move there on Mosteller. Now Mosteller fighting back on the inside. This is crossover city right here. Go side by side as they reach the backstretch. We'll see where Josh Kenyon will go. He's going to potentially go to the inside here with the number 87 of Mosteller. And Mosteller trying to get a nose ahead. It looks like he is going to get clear of Mateo Mitchell and back to the point. One car way off the pace on the outside. That's Bradley Schmela, and he gets into Elliott Condra. Or Condra. Oh my gosh, I messed up again. Right into Elliott Condra, the number 09, and that's Aaron Raymond around as well. No caution as of yet, and we're staying green. Bradley Schmela was just trying to keep that wounded car on the outside and came right into the path of Elliott Condra. You see, there's now just 5 cars in this pack. So I haven't talked much about Austin Mitchell. He started all the way back in 22nd, and he's worked his way up to 4th place. They say that he put it in the fence. They worked their way around the 4 of Marty Schmela. Now Mitchell and Schmela here side by side for 4th. Top 3 single file. Mitchell continually driving that car in the fence. We've got another crash here. I believe that was Nolan Webb. Aaron Raymond still going around the track, but a lot of guys with damages, and around goes Elliott Condra again. But that's a race you want to forget here for Elliott Condra. That's 2 wrecks he's been involved in back-to-back and just kind of been an innocent bystander in both. Mosteller now leads by 0.2 of a second over Mateo Mitchell. Young back there in 7th. Michael Good quietly staying in that 6th spot. Diaz-Gonzalez in 8th. Derek Skladell is 9th. And then we've got Cooper Murray rounding out our top 10. Going to work our way around the number 6 of Aaron Raymond, who just got spun earlier. He's going to stay out of the way here for our leaders. We've got 12 cars on the lead lap. Play back to Chase Modzalewski. 11 cars on the lead lap. Condra is now in the pits. Looks like it's going to be a 2-horse fight here between Mosteller and Mateo Mitchell. And just drop back just a little bit in 3rd. Marty Schmela is in 4th. Austin Mitchell in 5th. Take a look at lap times last time by. You see Mateo Mitchell just a little bit quicker compared to number 87 of Daniel Mosteller. We'll see if he can run him down here in this final, what should be 16 laps. He'll go around turns 3 and 4. Very spread out now. A lot of cars hitting the wall back there. That was Michael Good, the number 22. He's going to lose a spot here to Jordan Jung, the number 2. A lot of these drivers just hitting the fence right now. You can tell they're getting tight right now, just trying to get everything they can out of these cars. Now Mosteller just starting to pull away. He's now up by almost 0.6 of a second over Mateo Mitchell. Mosteller leads. You got Schmela there fourth. Austin Mitchell now under attack from Jordan Jung in the number 2. Jung works his way up into the 5th spot. Top 10 of these, the top 9 have stayed out, have not pitted here for tires. They look at more cars going out of this race because of damage. And now Josh Kenyon under attack. This is a battle for third. We got Marty Schmela in the 8 as he's going to get around Josh Kenyon. So move Marty Schmela into the final spot in the podium. Kenyon trying to fight back on the bottom. He's side by side here with Schmela. We'll see if some side draft, and yes, looks like the 8. You saw the 8 had to lift in the middle of the corner. Schmela's still going to prevail and hold on to third. Also now up by 0.7 of a second as we stay on this battle for third place. And these two continue to battle. That's going to open the door here for Jordan Jung in that Miller Lite Dodge. Oh, grazing the wall there for number 27 of Josh Kenyon. Look at timing and scoring. They're going to get around Chase Modzelewski. Boy, you see the 27 had a lift there. Running way off the pace with that damage. There's going to be wall contact right there. It looks like Jung is going to work his way into third. No, oh, and he's got a hook. We've got a crash. It's Josh Kenyon and Jordan Jung. And there's the caution. More contact. That's Luigi Diaz-Gonzalez. He and Michael Good got together. And caution number 2 is out with 11 to go. Jordan Jung was really putting down some good lap times right there. Worked his way up into potentially third place. And it looked like he might have cleared himself in front of Josh Kenyon. But we're going to have to go back and take a look at a replay. Who would have thought this would turn into a super speedway type of attrition race? All right, let's take a look at what happened and bring out our second caution. All right, you see on the timestamp, the 2's already around. Let's see if we can back this up. Put this in slow motion. I don't know. That 2 looked like he kind of came up just a little bit in front of Kenyon. That was Wyatt Blair in the number 28, I believe, that just got it. It was an innocent bystander there. Austin Mitchell's going to go by. Let's watch Michael Good. Oh, yeah, you see, they were checking up for the wreck, and an overcorrection there for the number 24 of Luigi Diaz-Gonzalez as well. That was 4 cars all on the lead lap that were just collected in that crash. So Jordan Jung is trying to win this race with a car that is crab walking on the racetrack. I don't know if the admins are going to like that. See if he can... I mean, if he wins this race like that, then that would be a little crazy, but guys are all on pit road for their one set of tires. So it'll be Mosteller, Mateo Mitchell, Marty Schmela, Austin Mitchell, and then that is Derek Skladell. Josh Kenyon also on pit road. There's Aaron Raymond, the number 6, who's still rolling around, but it's Jordan Jung leading this race after getting caught up in that wreck. Brian Post getting his laps back. That's one of the rules here in Rebel Valley. Allowed to get your laps back on the outside of the racetrack. Yeah. Gage Quick said it was really jarring to have to let off for New Atlanta. Yeah, it's definitely a surprise for sure. Especially with how these cars are like. I mean, this New Atlanta Speedway, I mean, it's basically full throttle most of the time. And yeah, I think that two's going to have to come down pit road. I think he just wanted to lead a lap. I mean, if he stays on the racetrack, hopefully that two comes down pit road. No, he's going to stay on track. Hopefully drop the tail end of this pack so that way he's not a menace here for our race leaders. So Luigi Diaz-Gonzalez is also trying to limp this around. You see the smoke billowing out of the rear end of that number 24 machine. And to be honest, I mean, looking through this field right now, as we have the one to go signal, I only see maybe 5 cars on track with minimal to no damage. Everybody else has been involved in a wreck of some sort. I mean, just look at the number of owls that you see on the left-hand side of your screen in this race. Who knew that New Atlanta with the COT would cause this much chaos? The attrition rate is real. That's an understatement. We have 10 cars here on the lead lap. All the way back to Aaron Raymond, and I believe Michael Good is still on the lead lap. We'll wait for timing and scoring to get back to that as well. Okay, Michael Good is a lap down. So we've got 10 cars on the lead lap. As the field's going to work their way to the restart here. It's Daniel Mosteller, Mateo Mitchell out front. We'll restart with 7 laps to go. Green flag, and we're back underway. Saw Brian Post go around in the number 64. Guys continue to gut this out. It's Mosteller out front. It's all go time here for the drivers on fresh tires. Who is going to prevail? 6 laps to go this time by. Austin Mitchell in the 19. Well, he is invisible right now. Hopefully he stays out of the way. It looks like he is out of the way here for now. It's Daniel Mosteller up by 0.2 of a second. Now 8 cars on the lead lap. Five to go for the Family Guy Chevrolet of Daniel Mosteller. 28.08 that last time by. The fastest car on the racetrack. Top 3 separated by 0.5 of a second. You got Derek Skladell in 4th. Josh Kenyon is 5th. And after that collision on the first couple laps of the race, Chase Modzalewski is running in 6th. You got Aaron Raymond in 7th. And Luigi Diaz-Gonzalez still putting around the track with that smoke. Brian Post now giving a shove here to Aaron Raymond. We got to go back up front here. The gap's still about 0.2 of a second. And next time by, it'll be 3 laps to go. This is the closest battle we have on the racetrack. We've got a lap car up ahead. I believe that is Luigi Diaz-Gonzalez. He is up and out of the way. Gesturally moved there for the number 24. As next time by, it's going to be 2 laps to go. Mateo Mitchell has never won here in Rebel Valley. Can he get career win number 1 here with COT at New Atlanta? Gonna have to get some clean air on his nose if he wants to work his way around the number 87 of Daniel Mosteller as these guys continue to hit the wall behind. 7 cars on the lead lap, as next time by it's going to be 1 lap to go for Daniel Mosteller. The gap is stabilized at around 0.2 of a second, as can Daniel Mosteller hold on for 1 more lap. Marty Schmela about a second back compared to these two, but you see the 87 with a great turns 1 and 2. He's now up to 2 car lengths over Mateo Mitchell. Will Mitchell have one final sin? He's going to go for it, but it's not going to be enough. Daniel Mosteller is going to sweep the night, and he's going to win COT at New Atlanta. The field comes across the line. Josh Kenyon is going to round out our top 5. Valiant drive from Derek Skladell to get 4th. Chase Mazalewski will be 6th, and then Aaron Raymond will be our 7th and final car to finish this race on the lead lap. As Daniel Mosteller was wrecked after the checkered flag, that's not going to matter. Daniel Mosteller is going to sweep the night here in Rebel Valley and get another win here in the series. We'll see if we can get him in for one more interview before we wrap up the night. Dave Mitchell will come home 2nd. Marty Schmela with a nice result in 3rd. Derek Skladell 4th after the controversial incident there with the 19 at Darlington. And Josh Kenyon round out our top 5. So the rest of the results here on the left-hand side of your screen. We'll wait to see if we can get the number 87 Daniel Mosteller in for an interview. Get his thoughts on the race. Need to wait here for the number 87. And there he is. All right, Daniel Mosteller. It's Ryan Wayne in the booth again. You got a copy?
Yeah, I do.
Well, if there's one way to describe it, 7 cars on the lead lap. You're one of the 7 that finished. Just talk me through what you saw out there from the virtual driver's seat of your Family Guy Chevrolet.
I think it was fun to drive, but it was kind of meh to race like around other cars. I think I felt like if you had somebody in front of you that knew what they were doing, it was basically impossible to pass. But you have that factor of it getting tight and hitting the wall, so you have to be aware of that, and that definitely made it fun. I know I knocked the fence down personally before that second yellow. It's fun. Just survival too. Those are the type of races I love.
Yeah, I think that sums it up well. It was just a survival race, and you were able to come out on top and sweep the night here for Rebel Valley action. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to before I recap the night?
You for broadcasting, Marty, Austin, admitting, everyone that raced it was fun as always. Yeah, I think that's it.
All right, you heard it here first. Daniel Mosteller coming away with another win. Daniel, congratulations once again, and maybe see you back here soon.
Thank you.
All right, and that's going to be Daniel Mosteller, our race winner here for tonight's event.
Boo.
Hey, he won the race fair and square and survived, and that was kind of the nature of the beast here for both races here tonight. It's kind of an act of survival. The first race, who would have thought Darlington would have been less chaotic compared to COT at New Atlanta, but hey, that's just the nature of the beast. And congratulations to Daniel Mosteller once again on sweeping the night here for Rebel Valley. We'll probably get some more races in here next Monday. Try to finalize another schedule here for the series. Try to maybe make Monday night as kind of a staple here on the channel to do some weekly races. So make sure to check out the R2R SimStock Club tomorrow night. They'll post some races as well on Tuesday. So make sure to tune in for that. And also Robbie Car on Thursday. Take a look here at the schedule on your screen. It'll be Thursday, March 26th at Michigan with the Next Gen cars, along with Street Stocks at Linear. So my name is Ryan Wayne, and I have finished broadcasting here tonight's events. Congratulate once again on Daniel Mosteller on winning, and we'll see you guys next time. See you later, guys.